virtue. Shaykh Abdullah always says, we can't compete now in military might or in all these outward things. Allah says in Surah Al-Rum, which is the chapter of Europe and America, because America was founded by children of Rome. Rome is all of Europe. It's not the Byzantines, because if you study their sacred history, it all goes back to Rome. And the Prophet ﷺ said that he said, I'm not worried about the Persians for you. That's why our obsession with Persia is a waste of time. He said, I'm not worried about Persia. He said, I'm worried about Europe. He said, أخشى عليكم الروم. I'm worried about Rome. He said, because Persia will have one great thrust and then no more Persia. But he said, Rome, they're going to keep coming. كلما هلك قرن برز قرن آخر. A generation dies, another one emerges. وإنما هلكتهم مع الساعة. And he said, and their end will not come until the end of time. And in Kanz al-Umman, it's a weak hadith, but he said, أصحابكم الروم ما دام في العيش خير. Your companions are the Europeans as long as there's good in life. You know, if you're fighting them, it's going to be a bad situation, right? We need to learn to live with people, our ummah as a whole. And Amr ibn al-As, there's an amazing hadith in Sahih Muslim of Mustawrad al-Qurashi, where Amr ibn al-As heard him say, تَقُمَ السَّاعَةُ وَالرُّومُ أَكْثَرُ النَّاسِ. The end of time will not come until the Europeans, and by extension the Americans, and I'm talking about traditional America, not multi-ethnic, multicultural, but, you know, the white America, you know, what the people that came here from Europe and founded all the, you know, these things, that now they're finally letting other people come in and be part of it, but originally it was theirs, which is these groups now that's what they want back, but it's over, that's gone, you know, and good riddance. So he said, أنظر ما تقول, you know, think about what you're saying. He said, Wallahi sami'tu Rasul, I heard it from the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, if that's true, they have certain good qualities, right? And he said, hum asra'u nas ifaqatan ba'da musiba. They're the quickest to recover after a calamity. And he said, wa awshakuhum karratan ba'da farra. And they're the quickest to come back after a defeat, a military defeat, right? I mean, that's very interesting when you think about like Germany, right? Just amazing coming back like that. And he said, "Ahlam wahum ahlamun nas and fitna," and they're the most forbearing when there's civil strife. They show a lot of patience. وَخَيْرُكُمْ لِمِسْكِينٍ وَيَتِيمٍ وَضَعِيفٍ. And they're the best to the poor, the weak, and the handicapped. And he said, وَخَامِسَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ جَمِيلَةٌ هُمْ أَمْنَعُ نَاسٍ لِظُلْمِ مُلُوكِهِمْ. They're the people that prevent the oppression of their rulers more than any other people. So those are qualities that he was praising. And so we should recognize the good and the bad. If you only recognize the bad, you're in that inna shani'aka huwa al-abtar. You're in la yajrimannakum shana'anu qawm. That's shana'an that the Quran warns against. There's a lot of good qualities, and those are the qualities that we want to try to elicit from the people to remind them